Alright, what's good everybody? My name's Evan. I am coming at you with another video today, so that's two for today. And this is about an interaction I had with Blexit and influencer I Am Price 1002. So the post was regarding this reel and my take regarding the state of Christian rap music, or really Christian hip-hop in general. So let's go ahead and watch the reel, and then we'll go into my comments, their comments, and my overall takeaways. But before we do, I'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment, subscribe. If you want to share it with people, you can share it with people. I'll be honest, I don't really be doing all that, even with YouTube channels I do support. Maybe I should. You know what, I'm gonna make that my mission. I'm gonna send at least 3 videos today, because now I'm starting to respect that aspect of it. Anywho, let's watch the reel.
This is why I advocate for the nuclear family. This is why I say these children need strong fathers at home. Notice I said strong because a weak father is just as bad as a single mother. I promise you, no strong man is going to go for that. Why would you want to raise your children to be YNs? These little kids rapping about switches and Glocks, hitting the block up and all. Man, what? You could have took them anywhere in the world, but you took them to the studio to rap about the things that's a detriment to our community, further perpetuating the destruction of our community and making it seem cool. Now make that make sense.
All right, so you saw it. Of course, you know, little kids, they overacting like some hooligans, like some YNs, as Price put it. And I don't disagree with him. In fact, I don't disagree with a single thing that he said. But this is my comment that I had, right? So right here, this is my personal Instagram account, right? You can follow if you want or not, it's fine. I'm probably gonna be making an Instagram dedicated to my content, but that's my personal one. Anywho, hot take. I think despite being objectively bad for your soul and the souls in your community, hood rap is just aesthetically sounds better. These rappers have the best equipment, best producers, and sometimes teams of writers to sound catchy and galvanizing. Hood rap is junk food at best and drugs at worst. You get what I mean by that? I hope you do. So, meanwhile, your conscious and moral rappers are still using a tube sock over a $20 mic, rapping over a 270p YouTube beat they downloaded as an MP3, and they're still off beat. How? Right? So, like, look, this has always been my beef with Christian rap. I will never knock the word. I think it is the most rejuvenating thing that you could have. So, I'm not knocking Christian music, but I am knocking bad Christian music. And the reason being is because, bro, we can't be the party and ideology of meritocracy, and then we're giving DEI spots to these subpar mid Christian rappers solely because they're Christian. You need to sound the part. You need to sound good. You need to sound catchy, bro. Like, if you are not aesthetically pleasing as music, I'm not going to listen to you just because you say good things, bro. Because I can go other places to hear good things. When I hear music, I want it to sound good. The content, I would love for it to be more positive, but at the end of the day, I want it to sound good. That's the product I'm getting. So, Blexit America responded, LOL. Laugh out loud. There are some lit conscious rappers though. D1 sounds good. Brilla is fired too. So I went ahead and actually tried to check them out, right? So I played this D1, and we'll be sampling some of this music too, so you kind of get a feel for what I was coming from. I said, I love you, Blexit. I really do. I do love Blexit. I do love Turning Point. I love what they do for the culture. I really do. I love you, Blexit. But D1 ain't getting played in any setting other than a 1 p.m. church barbecue as background noise. I couldn't even find this Brilla character, but I come to find out it's because they're not Brilla, they're Britrilla, and then that's not even like the name that pops up either. Like there's a playlist called Britrilla Christian rapper, but her actual name is different. So that was just a miscommunication. I wasn't able to find them. So when I listen to them with you, I'm actually listening to that individual for the first time. So where was I? beep bop boop. Unfortunately mid. You can't dance or bop to it. The bars aren't quote worthy, and the rhyme scheme isn't remarkable. If we're gonna compete with evil, we have to outperform evil. The current state of Christian rappers just aren't market substitutes in their craft. Would love to see a change, and I emphasize that part, bro. I would love for Christian rappers to be the mainstream. I would love for Christian rappers to be the only thing I listen to, but you gotta get there, boys. I can't dilute the quality of the music I listen to solely for the fact that you're a Christian rapper, because that's the same thing as, you know, subsidizing mediocre performance. You wouldn't do it in the market for any other type of labor, or we shouldn't, rather we do, you know, with the, you know, school with school, federal workers, and the list goes on, right? But we agree that we shouldn't do it there, so I'm sure as heck not gonna do it with my music, because that directly impacts my day. Yeah, man. So I am Price, the person who collaborated with this post. I believe he's a Blexit contributor, or he is just someone that works with them sometimes. He is an influencer. Check him out if you can, right? I am Price, 1002. Man, he was back in the day, but it's the beats, half the stuff we don't even know what they're saying. And I've always hated this argument, right? Because yeah, I get it. You know, it's popular to pull up the, you know, lifestyle Young Thug for people who don't know what they're saying, or, you know, like Digits, where he says hustlers don't stop, they keep going, but a lot of people thought he said horses. In fact, I saw one guy that got a tattoo. I saw one guy, he got a tattoo that said horses don't stop, they keep going. Let me see if I can pull it up, right? Yeah, right here, bro. Look at this joint. I want to. Oh my god, bro. Look. Even Young Thug said, and that's why I'm talking more. He said, I'm talking with more clarity. Oh, bro, he got it in. He got it put in his back. That's not even what the song says, bro. Oh no. See. So I get what he's saying when they're like, oh, wait, where were we? I get what he's saying. Oh, we can't even tell what they're saying. That's sometimes the case, but it's not always the case. In fact, I'll even go as far as say most of the time it's not the case. I do think that it takes a little bit more of an ear to pick it up sometimes, but you could say the same thing with just about anything, right? Like you wouldn't say that wine doesn't taste good just because you don't understand all the notes of different flavors. You know, it takes a little bit of a palate. You got to get familiar with it, and then you could start distinguishing some of those more nuanced flavors. So I treat music the same way. So that's where they made their correction. And Blexit also commented, D just started. He's going to have a beautiful career, and there's still some great golden era artists that are still worthy to be played. So I was a little confused with this, right? Because Iron Price said that, man, he was back in the day. Blexit is saying D just started. And they sure as hell weren't talking about Bertrilla, because Bertrilla is a woman. It looks like a woman. No, I'm not even going to play that. As a woman. It's a Christian woman. So I replied to Iron Price. I said, I mostly agree. But that's more to my point that the Christian rap industry lacks talented producers and investment. Why is it that the best Christian rap music comes from secular artists when they feel a little holy on a Sunday? Shoot, Jay Electronica's Christian verse on Control bodies most Christian rappers' entire catalog. Jesus King was one of my favorite albums, but now he's tripping off the nitrous. Feel me? And what I mean by that is you have secular artists who are just objectively good performers. They are objectively good artists. They're objectively good rappers. So when they produce something, it sounds aesthetically pleasing. And if we're lucky enough that they're feeling holy on a day, they might bless us with some good Christian music, but they aren't Christian artists, you know? And that's really where I was drawn with that, especially with Jay Electronica is a registered Nation of Islam person, bro. Like, he is not a Christian. We just got lucky with that verse. And then in Yee, right? Kanye West is crazy now. You know, I miss the old Kanye. But Jesus is King is one of my favorite albums, even though he doesn't stand by it really as much anymore. I think objectively, like, that's one of the best Christian bodies of work as far as music goes to be produced in mainstream culture. So now we're gonna go ahead and check out some of these different artists. So I have two that I really like. One is the Jay Electronica Control verse. This might be before some of y'all's time. Like, this was back in 2013. This shaked the whole rap industry because of Kendrick's verse. Kendrick came on a song with Big Sean, right? His Big Sean song initially, and then Kendrick went ahead and killed the whole rap game and called out like everybody and did it in style. And then let's go ahead and give that a quick listen to.
You can check my name on the books. I earth, wind, and fire, the verse that rained on the hook. The legend of Dorothy Flowers proclaimed from the roof. The tale of a magnificent king who came from the nooks of the wild magnolia. Mother of many soldiers. We live by every single word she ever told us. Watch over your shoulders and keep a tin of beans for when the weather turn the coldest. The Lord is our shepherd, so our cup runneth over. Put your trust in the Lord, but tether your Chevy Nova. I'm spitting this shit for closure. And God is my witness, so you can get it from home. To all you magicians that's fidgeting with the cobra, I'm solid as a rock, cause I came from a rock. That's why I came with the rock to sign my name on the rock. Draw a line around some earth and put my name on the plot, cause I endured a lot of pain for everything that I got. The eyelashes like umbrellas when it rained from the heart, and the tissue was like an angel kissing you in the dark. You go from blind sight to hindsight, passion of the Christ right, the basking in the limelight. It take time to get your mind right. J Electricity, PBS Mysteries, in a lofty place tangling with Satan over history. You can't say shit to me. Alhamdulillah. It's strictly by faith that we made it this far.
Bro, stop playing with me, man. You hear that? You hear that? That is the sort of Christian music I like, man. Every bar, all the music in that, the beat, everything there was just, bro. But we don't get that. You know, it was a tidbit from a bygone era from a rapper who's not even Christian. This is a little bit more recent, right? So I Am Sue, he's one of my favorite Bay Area artists. You know, I love I Am Sue. I love a lot of Bay Area rap. I Am Sue is not a Christian rapper. I believe Miles Minnick, Minnick is. He is a Christian rapper. I have to check out more of his catalog, but I saw this song because I Am Sue was on it. So I played this for a story on Instagram not too long ago. I was like, you know, I really like this, so I wanted to show you guys this, right?
That I can't be undone. I ain't be undone. Let's get it, let's go. It ain't nothing to a boss on the top floor. You was really doing well, what you stopped for? What you ride around with them boss for? Ride around with them Glocks for? Bro, I'm like the top four. When you do it for the Lord, he gon' make sure he open up them doors. Where you live, yep, by the ocean shore. West side be the best side. When you think you sure? Get into that goal and then I'm sliding out. You be busy wilding out. Really, I don't care about what you talking about. If you trying to get it poppin', then I'm popping out. You already know what it do. Every time the game come through, what it's done, then you can't undo. Shoot up to the sky, gotta feel like you.
You want to hear the full song? Please check them out. I'm not trying to get copyright struck. You feel me? So, but yeah, you know, that another example of an amazing Christian song. You can dance to it, you can bop to it, the lyrics are nice, the timing is good. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see in Christian music. I want to see it compete and outperform the secular music. That's really what it comes down to, guys. It's not enough to just be a Christian artist. You need to be an artist who produces Christian music. You feel me? So I'm gonna show you the rappers that they recommended, right? Now, I have heard this song. I thought it was buns. No shade to, you know what? I can't even say that after I just said that. I was gonna say no shade to D1, but honestly, my guy, like, I just don't like this song. I don't like a couple of your songs. I know that you're doing the Lord's work by spreading gospel through your music and your own personal testimony. I applaud that. But at the end of the day, we have to outperform evil. It's not enough to be against evil.
Deliver me from my enemy. Deliver me, every one of them. Deliver me, Just know that I know. We ain't gonna walk around and act like it's not real, you heard me? I feel the vibes, and we gotta address that. I got more enemies than ever now that I've been popping. They want me out of here, but you know failure ain't an option. See, it's 3 kinds of enemies, and I got all 3. I'ma break it down and paint the picture so that you can see. The first kind, man, they be hating on me from a distance. I know it irritate they demons when they see me winning. They don't even know me, but they waiting on the day I fail. But tell them devils God got me so they won't prevail. The second kind of enemy, I call them frenemies. They a little more dangerous cause of friends what they pretend to be. I love
Frenemies, friends, what they pretend to be. Bro, get out of here, man. Oh, bro. Ew. Okay, it was a little childish, bro, but you see what I'm talking about, man? Like, I want to like your music, bro. I do, but what was that? What was that weak bar, bro? It's like the timing's like not great. The beat is like kind of like it's supposed to be like uplifting, but also has like a sad element to the violin. I'm just not really feeling that, you know. Like this song, the lyrics present itself as like a persevering kind of, you know, atmosphere that it's trying to give out, but the beat does not match that. You know, it's like, am I supposed to be happy? Am I supposed to be proud? Am I supposed to be sad? Like, I can't get a good grip on that. And on top of that too, the beat is kind of awkward, right? It's like something that I could not move to, you know? A pretty big element to music, in my opinion. And that's across every genre. Like country music, you know, line dance to it. With hip hop, you know, you can bop to it, you know. I feel like being able to move to music does improve the overall quality of the experience. And this is just something I can't do with this. I can't get jiggy with it. Can't get jiggy with this. Alright, so with Brit Trilla, I have not actually listened to any of her music. Her actual name is Brianna Shanae. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to her most listened to song in this playlist, which appears to be, for me scrolling, God Did It. It has a whole different cover too, you know, so looks like a single. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey, look. I made a freestyle about Jesus and it made the devil mad. A lot of Mathises and Judy trying to judge me from my past. GPS, I'm in my own lane, forgot I'll never crash. All this stuff be temporary, but see God forever lasts. All these trials and tribulations, through it all I learned the lesson. No sorority, I pledge to God. Gotta know how I'm stepping. I ain't gonna fight with y'all at all. Nope, the Bible is my weapon. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 blessings. They say, Trilla girl, you preaching. What you know about fighting demons? What you know about praising God? What you know about thanking Jesus? Devil could not hold me down. Won the battle, undefeated. Watch everybody get their crown. Now I'm walking in my season. I say, who did it? God did it. I say, who did it? God did it. I say, who did it? God did it. Who did it? God did it. Who did it? God did it. I say.
So here's what I will say. I like that much more than I like D1. In fact, I even enjoyed it. I guess my only critique of Brit Trilla would be that she needs a better producer in that booth. Someone who can take those ad-libs that she used and make them sound better in a way that complements the entire song, right? Because she has the ad-libs in there, but you could tell that she set the ad-lib and they just placed it on the spot that she wanted. It didn't feel like a whole lot of work was put into the ad-libs. And I don't think that's any fault of her own. I think that's something that as an engineer, as a producer, you should be looking out for. So I think with the right people around her that have a real ear for music, not just people that are Christian, but people that are just good at their craft, I can foresee Brit Trilla being very big. I really enjoyed that. I'm genuine about that. Mind you, though, this was the most viewed video in that playlist, so maybe this is an outlier. I'll have to check the rest of them out to find that out, but I'm not gonna do that on this video. Anywho, wrap things all up. I feel that the best Christian music comes out of secular artists who are just feeling Christian that day, which is a shame. I really do wish that it would be Christian artists outperforming the secular artists, but it's just not the case at the moment, especially in the case of rap music. I'm an avid listener of rap, and I acknowledge the rap music that I listen to is not good for my soul, not good for my spirit, probably not even good for my temperament in the long run of things. But I treat it like junk food, you know. If you're going and getting if you're going to get a double quarter pounder from McDonald's, bro, I do not want to hear nothing about my rap music, because that's just as unhealthy. That's just as unhealthy. And the difference is, I can rejuvenate my spirit much faster than you can work off that double quarter pounder. You feel me? I can take myself to church much faster than you can work off that 1,400 calories. So, without further ado, I would like to thank Lexit and I Am Prince for engaging with me on Instagram and gave me an opportunity to talk about this. This was a week ago, but I was doing YouTube a week ago. So, here we are talking about it now. Appreciate you guys. I love the work you do. Shout out to all these amazing artists. Jay Electronica. Hope that you find God, bro. Hope that you find like Christianity. It's your boy Evan. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.